Hey everybody, Chef Britt here, and we're back in the ATBBQ kitchen, and today we're making Bialys. For those of you who aren't familiar with what a bialy is, it's basically the Polish-Jewish cousin to a bagel, and it's also kind of crossed with an English muffin, but I'm really fired up today because we're going to be baking them on the Clementi Wood-Fired Oven. Let's just get our scaled ingredients going right now. So we're going to start with the best flour for the job here, which is this Ottimo Caputo double aught flour. It's really finely milled and perfect for long fermentations. So we're going to start with about 550 grams here, followed by 20 grams of sugar, a half teaspoon of kosher salt, and then I'm going to use a quarter teaspoon because we only want about a gram's worth of yeast. And today I'm using this instant yeast. All right, so then we're just going to whisk all of these ingredients together before we start adding our wet ingredients. Now we're going to add 350 grams of room temperature water, followed by 20 grams of a neutral vegetable oil. Today I'm using grapeseed oil, but you can use avocado or any similar thing you've got on hand. All right, now that we've got everything scaled out, we're gonna just mix it by hand, or in this case with a spatula, just to get it started. So once all of the dough starts picking up off of the sides of the bowl, I'm gonna just get my hands in there and work it a little bit until all of the flour is hydrated. And that's it. We're looking for a really underdeveloped dough. We just don't want any dry patches of flour. All right, now I'm just oiling a small container here so we can allow this dough to rest and do its bulk fermentation. So this is going to rest in the fridge for about 24 hours, give or take, depending on your schedule. So let's just pop it on in. And here we have one that's been in the fridge for 24 hours. So on the surface, not a lot has happened. If anything, it's just created a better gluten structure just by allowing the flour to really sit in with the wet ingredients. So we're going to turn this out and scale it into our pre-shaped balls. There we go, first try. So I've got about 930 grams of dough here, and in order to portion this out into 100-gram portions, I can either use a scale, or because I've got such a nice square shape, I can divide it into 9 pieces evenly. All right, so just to get a slight idea of where I need to cut, I'm just gonna do some indentations here to make sure everything looks pretty even and squared up. So the reason why I'm doing this way too, rather than scaling it out, is I don't have to try and get little pieces and build a bigger dough ball. I want to minimally handle this dough so that I can get a really great crumb structure in the end. And you can check your work if you've got your scale handy. 102, 109, 97. They're all fairly close, give or take about 5 or 10 grams. Okay, next we're gonna ball these up, and I'm just going to keep my hand close to the board and roll the ball around until I have a cinched bottom here. And if you get really good at it, you can do 2 at once. So that's what we're looking for, just a tighter sealed bottom. Okay, so next we're gonna prep our pan here. I've got some coarse ground cornmeal. You can use a coarse ground semolina if that's what you like, but I just enjoy the flavor of corn, so that's what I'm using today. And then I'm gonna just set my dough balls up here. And to fit 9 on there very nicely, I'm gonna just do a little offset so they have the space to grow. So now we're gonna let these guys rest for a secondary fermentation for about 4, maybe 5 hours. It could even be as short as 3 hours. At this time, we're just babysitting and looking for growth. We want them to maybe almost double in size, not quite, before we move on to the next step. So now we need to make a filling for our Bialys, and we're just gonna go really traditional and do a caramelized onion filling. I really love this Nakiri knife from Wusthof. Perfect for vegetable prep. I'm gonna just square these up a little bit before I make my dice. We're going for about a medium dice here. You should get these legit tears. I think it's hilarious. We're real people too, you know. Not everybody's impervious to onion. And it's like a good excuse to just cry about something else too. All right, so starting on high heat, I'm gonna add a couple tablespoons of butter and get all my onions in here. I'm also gonna add a little bit of the Noble Saltworks smoked salts and just a dash of water to start. So the water is just helping start the steaming process. We are eventually going to caramelize these, but I just kind of like to use the water as I go along to help deglaze and just pull out more flavor. So all of that water is cooked off. I'm going to go ahead and lower the heat down a little bit here. And I'm just going to keep stirring and keep moving everything. So all my onions are translucent at this point, but now we're just trying to get some color. We just need to come back and stir some more. If you feel like it's getting too dark in some spots, then you can hit it with some more water and deglaze and kind of redistribute all of that color. We're starting to get some really great color here. I'm keeping things moving. And I'm gonna hit it with a little more water. You can see all that beautiful flavor coming off the pan and all over those delicious onions. Once we're all sec or dry in the pan here, and I've got all the color that I want, we'll just transfer it to this baking sheet to cool quickly. Now this needs to be totally cool before we add it to our rolls. So I'm just gonna put this in the fridge. All right, so today we're cooking on the Clementi Wood-Fired Oven. About an hour or two before is when you want to start building your fire for this. So let's get it going. All right, we're gonna use our Cattleman's Grill hickory split wood today, and we're just gonna do a little log cabin formation. And we'll sneak in a couple lighter cubes in there and get them fired up. So we're gonna allow this split wood to go ahead and just completely engulf in flames and come down to a nice coal bed before we shove it off to the side. So our logs have died down to some beautiful embers. So we'll just move them off to the side, off the center of that deck. So we've got the Clementi rolling, fired up. Our dough has been bench resting for about 4.5 hours. So now we just need to pre-shape it, fill it, and get it on the oven. With floured hands, I'm gonna just start by pressing in an indentation in the center here. And you can pick this up. We're just creating an indentation for our filling to set into. So we want a good amount of space in there for a lot of filling. I'm also gonna just slightly pull these to stretch them out and get an oblong shape. And I don't know if that's traditional or not, but I just kind of enjoy that shape, so. I'm being very gentle here. Next, we're gonna add about a couple tablespoons of our onion filling. I'm gonna go ahead and prep the rest of these, and then we'll head out to the Clementi. So now we're gonna transfer these onto the peel, and we'll work in batches. All right, so I've rotated some of these. We're just moving them, keeping them hot, rotating them as we need. Get a little more color on that. So what I'm looking for when it's finished is a nice golden brown speckling as well as a steaming middle. I want those onions to come up to a boiling temp, so I think we're good. I love the way that these look. You know, it's kind of deceiving. We packed quite a bit of onions in there, and yet there's just a little dab in there just peeking out, but I know that this is gonna be a really great snack. Let's slice one of these open and take a look on the inside. Look at that, beautiful crumb structure. Lots of nice filling in there. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm just gonna savor this a little bit. Wow, it's got a really nice chew. Great flavor coming out of the caramelized onion mixture. And the crumb is just really pleasant. It tears really nice. It's got nice airy pockets in there. And then the outside has just got that chew that is just making this a very enjoyable experience. I think I've said this before, but you can't beat fresh baked bread. All right, well, thanks for joining me today for my first cook on the Clementi. If you want to see more recipes, tips, and techniques, head on over to atbbq.com/thesauce. And if you want to see what products we use today, check out atbbq.com. All things barbecue, where barbecue legends are made.